TPS's InvBatch is a printing utility that allows you to create and print Word document invoices in a group rather than individually. It allows you to send invoice documents to a printer in a batch, and it'll save you considerable time by skipping the step of previewing individual invoices. Let's go to Tools, InvBatch. At the top are various areas in which you can filter your list. You may choose a date range, an invoice number range, a client name or a client ID, a partner ID, or a group, or any combination of these to generate the list you want. For example, let's say we want to generate a list of all invoices dated May 31st. I would input a from date of May 31st and a to date to May 31st. And I would click Generate. But perhaps I only want to see the invoices for partner Donna White. So in the partner field, I'll select DYW and then click Generate again. This list will show all invoices that meet the filters above. Any invoices that are still in the incomplete invoice section of the program will not appear in this list. Incomplete invoices are those invoices that have not had billing paragraphs added on and saved. The generated list shows the invoice number, client ID, client name, engagement if used, invoice date, invoice amount, tax amount of the invoice, the template, and whether or not the invoice exists. A yes under the Exist column means that a Word document for this invoice has already been created and saved in the shared TPS invoice folder. An invoice has a saved Word document if it has been previewed in the billing paragraph screen or if it has been previously created in this InvBatch screen. A no in the Exist column simply means that although the invoice transaction exists in the database, no actual Word document has been created yet for this invoice. Once your list is generated, you may delete any line by using the Delete button at the bottom. This button will delete the invoice from your list. It does not remove this invoice from your database. If I were to click Generate again, the invoice comes right back up into the list. Once you're happy with your list, you must make a choice as to what you want to do with this list. Your choices at the bottom of the screen are Create if it does not exist. What this does is it will create a saved Word document in the TPS invoice folder for any invoice with no in the Exist column. Create if it does not exist and print new. This will create a saved Word document in the TPS invoice folder for any invoice with no in the Exist column, and it will print just those. So in this example, it would create new Word documents for invoices 1306 and 1307, and it would print just those two. It would not print invoice 1302. Your third choice is Create if it does not exist and print all. Again, that would create new Word documents for invoices 1306 and 1307, but it would print all three invoices. Create in any case means TPS will create a brand new saved Word document in the invoice folder for all invoices in the list, regardless of whether they say yes or no in the Exist column. Create in any case and print will create a saved Word document for all invoices in the list, whether it says yes or no in the Exist column, and it will print all three of them. And print if it exists means TPS will print out only invoices that say yes in the Exist column. It will call up the existing Word document and send it to the printer. So in this case, it would ignore invoices 1306 and 1307. So you would need to choose the command you want and click OK. I'll choose Create if it does not exist and print all. In this choice, again, it will create invoice documents for 1306 and 1307, and it will send all three invoices to the printer. When I click OK, I'll get a message that this operation could take a long time. Continue. the program really is set to always give you this message whether you have one invoice in your list or 50. But yes, just go ahead and click OK, and it will launch Microsoft Word, do the proper word merges, and send your invoices to the printer. You can turn your back on this and do something more productive while TPS takes care of the printing.